government status, and a caste person was controlled by his jati people. There was a caste panchayat to control all the socio political and cultural activity of a particular caste. New caste groups were created. Some of the forests were cleared and habitat developed. There was a large scale cultivation, and you see, caste panchayat, as I have already told, controlled the caste people by enforcing regulations and laws. And village, especially in India, were self-sufficient. All the village people, they did not depend on the town people. Rather, the city people or town people, they depended on the villagers for their necessities. During that time, some of the changes in the religious traditions were taking place. First was the changes in Hinduism, that was bhakti. Bhakti has been derived from the word bhaj, means bhag, the share of the Lord, as well as the share of the devotee. Some of the low caste persons, they developed the idea of bhakti. They told that no ritual is necessitated. Rather, the heartfelt devotion towards one's own chosen supreme deity was important. So it was started from South India, the Alvars and Nayanars, then Ramanuja and other noted bhakti saints, they developed the idea, the rituals, animal sacrifices, all were shunned by them. They repudiated those, and they wanted that bhakti should be felt by an individual through his heartfelt devotion without offering any ritual and without expending a single pie. A person with heartfelt devotion towards his own chosen deity, his own Ishta, could achieve bhakti. Likely in Islam, there are also changes. As you already know, Islam has been divided into two sects. One is Shia and another is Sunni. The Shia Muslims believed that the son-in-law of Prophet Muhammad Ali was the legitimate ruler of the Muslim community, whereas the Sunni Muslims accepted the early Khalifas, the rulers, as their head. The sacred book of Muslim is Quran, the Holy Quran, and in Quran, many Muslim theologians or Muslim religious leaders, they gave the principles of Quran, and those were called as ulema. So gradually, with the influence of ulemas, Islam also got uh, closed, and it was very difficult for the people to understand and to follow the principles of Islam, especially the Muslim people. They wanted that the principles of Islam should be simplified. So came the Sufism. So the Sufis told that only heartfelt devotion was necessary. Now, to study the history of medieval period, some of the sources are there. One is archaeological source and another is literary source. If we refer to archaeological source, then the monuments, temples, coins, tombs, ornaments, and paintings like the Taj Mahal, Idmatu Uddaula, Lal Killa, Red Fort, Agra Killa, Agra Fort. These are the things by which we could know. If we go to Delhi and visit all the old structures, then you could get a first hand knowledge regarding the history of the medieval period. Like in the Hindu temples, Konarka temple, Lingaraj temple, and Puri temple, coins, the special study of coins is called as numismatics, and tombs, ornaments, and paintings. These are very much helpful to know the history of medieval period. And the literary source was also abundant, containing many chronicles, autobiographies, Hanuman's orders of the rulers. These are called as the literary sources. During that time, the rulers appointed some court historians called as the writers of Tariq and Tawarikhs. So, by reading the tariqs and tariqs like Tabaqatain Asiri by Minhaj Siraj, Tariq-e-Firoz Shahi by Ziauddin Barani, and by Iswardas Alamgir Nama, Akbar Nama by Abul Fazl. You could know a first-hand impression regarding the rulers and their rulings, as well as the major decisions taken by them. In addition to those, the letters and teachings of saints, petitions and judicial records, registers of accounts and texts, manuscripts collected by the wealthy people, rulers, and the writings stored in the monasteries and temples, which are now largely available in the library and archives. We could refer and know about the history of a medieval period. But there are some difficulties in using literary sources. As was no printing press in those days, scribes, means the persons who were writing by hand, used to copy down manuscripts by hand. Hence, they were somewhere not very legible because handwriting differs from person to person. Some changes in the words and sentences were also made. This brought the same manuscript copied differently by different styles. It poses a serious problem to determine which was the original one. For example, the writing of Ziauddin Barani, the Tariq-e-Firoz Shahi book, two books have been found, two tariqs have been found. Which is original? It is very difficult to decipher or difficult to decide. It has been mentioned Ziauddin Barani, 14th century chronicler, revised his chronicle for the first time in 1356, followed by another version 2 years later. In fact, the two versions differ from each other, but the original one was traceless. Nobody could claim the difference. It is a problem in deciphering history from the literary source, as many of those writings were written by the calligraphers or scribes. So, for historians, time reflects changes in social and economic organization of ideas and beliefs. Hence, for the historians, it becomes easy to study time by dividing it into segments. So, now, as we classify the life of human being into different phases, like the infancy phase, the adolescent phase, adult phase, and the old age, senility, and death, likely the history of India could be classified into different phases or different periods. Periodization is better and convenient for us to know the history of India in a particular period. James Mill, a Scottish economist and a political philosopher, means a British person who wrote a massive three-volume book of history of India, in which he classified the history of India into Hindu, Muslim, and British period. It was done so because there was no significant historical development other than the religion, and Mill studied it giving importance on religion. But Mill was in error. If we look into his writing, then they were completely erroneous. But many of the historians they subscribed to Mill's notion, but others they differed. They classified it as ancient, medieval, and modern period. Medieval period is often contrasted with the modern period because modernity means material progress, intellectual advancement. It seems to suggest that the medieval period is lacking in any change whatsoever. Means the medieval period is a derogatory term in comparison with modernity. But this is not true. During the medieval period, the societies of the subcontinent were developed that attracted the interest of European trading companies. Many European trading companies from the East India Company of Britain to the East India Company of Holland, Denmark, all came to India. The Portuguese first came in 1498 and followed by all the European companies in the search of spices and profit. Everybody came to India, and their mess, their struggle for survival created a hero in India The result was that India was subjugated under the British rule for a longer period of 190 years. So these are the chronology of some events. 7th century, the teaching of Holy Quran brought to India. 1154, map by Al Idris. And the rule of Ghiyasuddin Balban, which has been contained in your past chapter, that is 1266 to 1287. Ziauddin Barani wrote his first chronicle, and he wrote his another chronicle 2 years later. 780 to 700, 1750 AD, it is the medieval period. It is not 800 to 1750, it is rather it is 700 to 1750. These are the keywords: cartographer, a person who is proficient in drawing maps; chronicler, a historian; archive, a place where old things and old records have been collected; manuscript, which is written. Manu means hand and script means writing, so the writing which is written by hand. Habitat means the living condition of species. Patron means a person who supports another person, like a king supports the musician, artist, learned man, and noble. The king is a patron, and the persons who are supported by the king were called as his clients. Jati means caste. Caste is based on the division of labor by profession and status. Religion means belief in a supernatural agency by the people. Means dharma. Present day we are connoting religion as dharma. So Hinduism is religion, Islam religion, Buddhism, Jainism are the religions. Periodization is the division of a time into different segments for the purpose of study, to get a first-hand impression, and to codify a particular period to get better knowledge regarding a particular span of time. So Mill classified it as a Hindu Muslim British period, and Indian historians and other historians classified it as to ancient medieval and modern period. So in addition to this PowerPoint presentation, some of the question answers have been given by me. First questions have been given, then model answers written by me have been placed in PDF format. First, students are requested to go through the questions and answer by themselves by studying the book as well as referring this video. Then they should see the model answers and tally their answers with the model answers. If any lapses are there, that should be rectified. And students should study in home. They should not spend time in just idling and moving here and there recklessly without any aim. They should focus, because due to this lockdown period and non-opening of Vidyalaya, they should refer the study material and the video, especially the educational video forwarded by the teachers, and stay tuned with our regular and current academic sessions through online classes. Thank you very much. Thank you.